Hello everyone! Welcome to Moments That Made Us, the video where I speak about monumental events that led Mexico to where it is today. Well, today we're going to dive into one of the most transformative periods in Mexican history, which is the Mexican Revolution, that was between 1901 to 1940. Well, our story begins in 1901, when Francisco de Madero, who was a wealthy academic and a spiritualist, one day a spirit appeared to him and told him that he was designated to bring peace to Mexico, a mission that he took very seriously. Meanwhile, President Porfirio Díaz had been in power since the year 1878, creating a country with a big divide between the rich elite and the impoverished lower class. By the year of 1903, a protest arose, and the Flores Mondragón brothers decided to publish a magazine which was called El Hijo de Aguizote, and this magazine specialized in criticizing Díaz's government. Well, their activism got them nowhere but in jail, and eventually they got exiled from the country. In the year 1906, they decided to organize a massive miners' strike in Sonora, and it was very disruptive, even so that the United States government had to intervene. Well, in the year 1908, Díaz gave an interview, and in this interview he claimed that he would not seek re-election, saying that Mexico was ready for a democracy. Madero, who was inspired by this, decided to publish a book called La Sucesión Presidencial, exploring all of the political changes. But at the last moment, Díaz decided to change his mind and ran again for president in 1910, which many found outrageous. Well, Madero formed the Anti-Re-Election Party and campaigned for the presidency. As tensions rose, Emiliano Zapata emerged from the south, advocating for land reforms to help for displaced farmers. Meanwhile, Madero was arrested, but he managed to escape to Texas, where he created the Plan of San Luis, calling for a national uprising. A lot of leaders like Francisco, or also known as Pancho Villa in the north, and Zapata in the south decided to follow him, starting the revolution. By the year of 1911, the revolution had gained a lot of movement. Since Díaz was under a lot of pressure, he decided to resign to the presidency and fled to France, marking the end of his reign of 30 years. Madero was then elected president in November, but he was faced with many challenges. When Zapata demanded immediate land reforms, Madero asked him for patience. Zapata got very frustrated and decided to issue the Plan of Ayutla, where he decided to unrecognize Madero's presidency. To maintain the stability, Madero left key Porfiristas, someone like Victoriana Huerta, in the government, a decision that would later prove fatal to him. Well, but by the year 1913, Huerta decided to betray Madero, creating a coup with the US support. Madero and his vice president, who was José María Pino Suárez, were both imprisoned, and they were forced to resign to their charges in the presidency, and they were eventually assassinated. Huerta decided to declare himself president, making the nation very angry, as you can imagine. Opposing to Huerta came the Constitutionalist Army that was led by Venustiano Carranza, with the support of both Villa and Zapata. Then, by the year of 1914, they captured key cities to the fight, including Zacatecas, forcing Huerta to go into exile. However, disagreements amongst revolutionary leaders led to other major conflicts. Carranza wanted to leave, but Villa and Zapata backed Eulalio Gutiérrez as a president. Carranza wanted to go to Veracruz, while Villa and Zapata wanted to occupy Mexico City. Then, by the year of 1915, Carranza got to the power thanks to General Álvaro Obregón, who decisively defeated Villa in the Battle of Celaya. Now, by the year 1917, Carranza decided to introduce a new constitution, which stated labor rights, land reforms, and limitation of foreign ownership. He became president, but also decided to isolate key allies like Zapata, who was later assassinated in 1919. By the year 1920, Obregón and Plutarco Elías Calles turned against Carranza, issuing the Plan of Agua Prieta. Carranza fled, but he was captured and later killed. After that success, Obregón becomes president, marking the end of the revolution and the beginning of a new political era. The post-revolutionary years brought a lot of changes. The PNR, founded in 1929, eventually evolved into the PRI, dominating Mexican politics for over a lot of decades. Land reforms, workers' rights, and education initiatives transformed the country, though the challenges persisted. The Mexican Revolution wasn't just a political struggle, it was a social and an economic awakening, shaping Mexico to its most profound ways. And well, that is the story of the Mexican Revolution. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time.